Tonight, step outside and look up. Find the darkest patch of sky. You can see the empty space between the stars. That darkness isn't nothing. It's a clue, one of the biggest clues in all of science about how the universe was born. And for over 300 years, it drove astronomers completely mad. Here's the problem. The universe contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies. Each galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars. If the universe is infinite, stars should be in every direction, stretching forever. Then no matter where you point your eyes, your line of sight should eventually land on a star. Think of it like standing inside a forest that never ends. Look in any direction, and eventually your view hits a tree. No gaps, no empty spaces. An infinite universe full of stars should work the same way. Every direction is a star. Every gap between stars is filled by a more distant star behind it. The entire sky, day and night, should be as bright as the surface of the sun. But you looked up tonight and it was dark. That's Olber's paradox, and it means something fundamental about the universe cannot be what we assumed. The first instinct was simple. Maybe dust between the stars absorbs the light before it reaches us. This is reasonable but wrong. Here's why. Dust that absorbs enough light to darken the sky would heat up, and heated dust glows. Given enough time, that dust would re-radiate all the absorbed energy right back, and the sky would be bright again. Blocking the light doesn't solve the problem, it just delays it. The second instinct is, maybe stars aren't evenly distributed. Maybe there are enough gaps in their arrangement. But even this is wrong. The gaps just get filled by more distant stars behind them. In a truly infinite universe with infinite stars, the math always catches up. Every clever escape route led to a dead end. And then, in 1848, the answer came from the last person anyone expected. Not an astronomer, not a physicist, but a regular person called Edgar Allan Poe. In an essay written 1 year before he died, Poe suggested something radical. "The sky is dark," he wrote, "because the universe has not existed long enough for light from the most distant stars to reach us yet. The darkness isn't emptiness, it's light that hasn't arrived." Astronomers mostly ignored him. He was a horror writer. What did he know about cosmology? As it turned out, more than almost anyone alive at the time. A century later, modern cosmology confirmed exactly what Poe had intuited. The universe is not infinitely old. It began 13.8 billion years ago. Light travels fast, but not infinitely fast. At 300,000 kilometers per second, light from a star 14 billion light-years away takes 14 billion years to reach your eyes, which means there is a horizon, a boundary in every direction, beyond which light simply hasn't had enough time to reach us yet. Beyond that horizon is total darkness. Not because there's nothing there, but because whatever is there hasn't been able to tell us yet. But there's a second layer to this, and it's stranger. The universe isn't just old enough to have a horizon. It's expanding right now, and every galaxy is moving away from every other galaxy. Space itself is stretching in all directions. And as space stretches, it stretches the light traveling through it. Visible light from distant galaxies gets pulled into longer and longer wavelengths. Infrared, microwave, radio waves, frequencies completely invisible to the human eye. The light is still arriving. You just can't see it. The sky isn't dark because those distant stars don't exist. It's dark because their light has been stretched into invisibility by the expansion of space itself. Think about what that means. Every time you look at the night sky, every time you see darkness between the stars, you are looking at direct visible proof that the universe had a beginning, that the universe isn't eternal and static, but rather it was born. The darkness isn't an absence. It's the echo of a universe still young enough that its own light hasn't caught up with itself yet. You can see it tonight with your own eyes. You just have to know what you're looking at. If you liked this video, subscribe for more real space content.